Hello, so this is chapter 3 of intentional caring, intentional helping. So, chapter 3. If caring consists of various qualities examined in chapter 1, and intentionality brings purpose and direction to our caring behaviors, it follows that we can design a structure to explain the relationship among these traits, such as what we will call autonomy. Might help us to understand how caring processes work. Oh, no, it's not autonomy, it's anatomy. And make them more intentional and successful. Professional helpers practice a form of caring that requires three fundamental conditions for this anatomy of intentional caring. As we might expect, these conditions are the bare skeleton of caring behavior, but are nonetheless essential in understanding the functions and distinctions that care takes in intentionality helping relationships. The three conditions are: one, a deep understanding of students, clients, and patients who receive services; two, a proficient ethical use of specialized knowledge and skill; and three, an orchestrated posture that exemplifies that all the qualities and characteristics that define our caring behavior. In this chapter, we examine these three elements to learn how, individually and combined, they contribute to the anatomy of caring and successfully helping relationships. Many of the ideas in this chapter are also discussed in other parts of the book. Every time we establish a helping relationship, our interactions with students, clients, and patients are influenced by the complex dynamics of perceptions, theirs and ours. As helpers, we bring our own unique perceptions to every relationship. Likewise, each client brings a similar view of life, his or her private world, and relationships with other people. Perception is a powerful process because once we have assigned particular meaning to certain events, we embrace that interpretation, allowing it to become part of our being. So, reflection number 1. Think of a time you attempted to care for someone who rejected your overturns. As you reflect on this experience, identify perceptions that might have interfered with the help you were trying to give. So, this reflection makes me think of a time when I was acting as a peer support. One gentleman didn't want peer support and wanted a different kind of relationship with me. I get the sense that this individual wasn't used to someone of the opposite gender showing him attention. Looking back, I would have walked away and then discussed it with him once he calmed down, because that is what the client needed to be successful. Perceptions are also challenging because they embrace all our unique traits and characteristics. No two individuals have an identical perception of the same event. This can be challenging for helpers who work in groups. We share our worlds based on the experience we perceive, the events around us, the actions we choose in response to these events, and the behaviors other people choose in relating to us have meaning because we define and interpret these situations according to our own perceptual frame of reference. Each of us has unfulfilled goals, dreams, and desires, such as aspirations, or frequently blocked because of our self-beliefs about inadequacy, weaknesses, or fears that would make it virtually impossible to accomplish them. As we examine our self-beliefs more closely, we might discover about some past perceptions that once inhibited our development, but no longer influence us. So, reflection number 2. To test the veracity of the power of perception, you might examine some self-beliefs that are difficult for you to alter. Ask yourself the following question and fill in the blank. What do I believe about myself that prevents me from blank? To answer this, I will talk about growing up again. Since I was teased at home and at school, I would say I believe that I'm not good enough or not worthy of love, which prevents me from having successful, healthy relationships with other people. Sometimes we help clients discover powerful perceptions they can use to overcome obstacles and accomplish goals that might once have seemed unimaginable. Again, this can only be done when we create an appropriate and caring relationship. So, reflection number 3. Knowing your level of tolerance for risk-taking might heighten your appreciation for your client's apprehension. What level of risk are you willing to take to make changes in your life? I used to be a lot more hesitant, but since starting college and getting a job, I am willing to risk being uncomfortable, making mistakes and short-term pain to get my long-term goal. Trust is the condition that all genuine helpers attempt to create. We convey to our clients how important it is to share thoughts, feelings, and other facts about themselves, and we trust us to use this information respectfully. So, reflection number 4. Trust has always been listed as one of the goals that helpers must attain in their helping relationship. Taking a fresher perspective, we might say that helpers should demonstrate trustful behaviors early in the helping process, rather than set trust as a goal of the relationship. If trust is the product of earlier events, how do you see yourself establishing trust with distrustful clients? I would attempt to establish trust by stating my intentions and that I am there for what they want and help to connect them to resources. Highly skilled and technical helpers risk becoming so precise with their strategies that they'll abandon all hope of flexibility. At the same time, being flexible does not mean being overly permissive. Although in some therapeutic relationships, a degree of permissiveness might be appropriate. Flexibility does not mean letting the clients do whatever they want. Another aspect of the anatomy of caring is how we show respect and positive regard to our clients. In our helping relationships, however, the demonstration of respect and positive regard takes on a particular and special meaning that detonates action. This means that being respectful and helping is more than simply not showing disrespect. It is the active display of genuine regard, attitude, affection, and concern for our clients. Sometimes simply doing what is expected is insufficient. By using knowledge and skill appropriately, we exemplify traits and characteristics that have historically identified effective helpers. Positive views of people have been found to be strong correlates to effective helping. What helpers generally believe about their clients are conveyed as expectations in the helping relationships. Several research studies verify that effective helpers see themselves in positive ways. They are confident, capable, accepted, and wanted by others. All these qualities are essential because they allow us to set firm foundations of principles by which we help others. All of the elements mentioned in this chapter that contribute to our belief systems as helpers, except people who might have different views than our own. Culture, background, and heritage must also interact with our desire and ability to care and be intentionally helpful. The world in which we function as helpers is rapidly changing, particularly with regard to the interactions among people of diverse cultures and backgrounds. In the United States, increased cultural diversity is apparent in every town, every city, and every region. So, for helpers, understanding the impact that people of diverse cultures have on a community is important for providing appropriate care. So, reflection number 5. What cultural experience have you most influenced in your development as a person in professional help? How do these experiences affect your work with clients? I haven't had many opportunities to interact with different cultures. One experience was growing up with a friend who was a Jehovah's Witness and attending church with her. Another experience was attending a drag show with my gay friend. Both experiences enhanced my knowledge on how different people can be and how each person carries their own perspective. Reflection number 6. When you feel yourself slipping into an apathetic or not caring mode, or when you feel like throwing up your hands and resigning because a client continues to falter, what strategies can you use to correct the situation? I will focus on getting through this appointment with the client, and then use self-care and coping strategies to take care of my own emotions before my next appointment, so that I can better help my clients. So that's it for chapter 3. Thanks for watching.